Okay guys, these are all the ingredients I'm going to use for today's groundnut soup, and every ingredient I will mention here today is very important, so make sure to pay close attention. I have some beef here, I have some dried catfish. If you have fresh fish, please use it. It is very important for groundnut soup. I have some smoked turkey here. I've already cut them into the size that I want. I also have some dried prawns. We also call this big crayfish. Yes, so if you have that, very important. I have some onions here, one onion. I have scotch bonnet. We also call this rodo. It's a Nigerian spicy hot pepper. I have crayfish. Plenty of crayfish for this soup is very important. So here are all my seasoning. I have some nut cubes, I have salt, and I have some pepper soup spices. This is uda. It is very important. If you have never put it in your groundnut soup, please listen to me today. This is uziza seeds. If you don't have uziza seed, you can use black pepper or anything related to black pepper. And this is my calabash nutmeg. If you don't have these ones, the other pepper soup spices are just okay, but if you have it, of course, add it in. I have some vegetables here. This is my chopped spinach, and of course my palm oil, yes, to add some flavor. And finally, the baba of them, or the main ingredient, is the groundnut itself. This is a groundnut that has been blended into powder. If you live in Nigeria, where you can get authentic groundnut, please, when you buy the groundnut, do not peel off the skin, because the skin of the groundnut has its own flavor, okay, except you just don't like it or you are allergic to it. But yep, this is the one I got here in California. I know it's not as tasty as the one in Nigeria, but we are going to make a magic out of it today. And yes, it has been blended into powdered form, ready to be used. So now let's get into the cooking. Okay, we are going to start with cooking the meat, and as usual, I always like to have some water boiling in the pot before I cook my meat. It's just a habit. Yeah, so I put my meat in the pot, and then I add my onions. I added my scotch bonnet, atarodo, and then I added some salt and some seasoning cube. I'm going to let that cook. I'm not going to put the fish or any other thing yet, and then I'll let that cook for about 7 minutes, and then I will come back to add the dried fish and my smoked turkey. Yeah, because those ones are, the smoked turkey has already been smoked, already been cooked, same as the fish already been smoked. It's only the meat that is the raw thing here that needs to really be cooked for a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna add everything together and let everything cook for about 10 minutes. And then I'm going to move on to another pot. This is the pot I'm going to be using for the groundnut soup. So I'll just put a little bit of palm oil. You don't need plenty of palm oil because groundnut has its own oil. I'll let that heat up for a little bit, and then I'll introduce my onions. Somebody has complained, Nosagirl, you love onions too much. Oh, yes, I do. So if you don't like the plenty onions I'm putting here, just put the amount that you like in your own. So I'm going to just saute the onions for about a minute, and yeah, I really let that fry, for about a minute, and then I would now introduce the groundnut powder. Now, the normal way I know that people make groundnut soup is that they blend the groundnut, the raw groundnut, they blend it with some water, and then they pour it into a pot of meat. It's already cooking, and then they put their oil and all of that. But as you guys can see, I did not blend my groundnut with water. I blended it and it came out in powdered form, like I showed you in the beginning. And then I am frying it. Okay, I'm frying it with some oil and some onions, and I'm going to fry this for about 10 minutes. Yes, just be patient, okay? But I'm also cooking on medium to low heat because I don't want my groundnut soup to burn. It can easily burn. So yeah, I'm going to keep stirring this, and then it's going to get to a point I'm going to start getting a very unique scent aroma coming out from the pot, and that is just the groundnut, because groundnut, it's nutty, so it can just bring out all these awesome heavenly scents. So yeah, I'm going to keep stirring until I get that very unique scent coming out of it. And also, it should look like the way it is in my pot right now, like breadcrumbs or like gari if you like, but very fine and smooth breadcrumbs, without lumps. Now, when it looks like that and when it scents like that, we can start adding the beef stock that we made earlier. So yeah, I'm just going to keep adding the water bit by bit. I will add some water, I will stir, I will add more water, I would stir until I get the consistency that I want. And let me just say, it's okay to have a big gallon of water right next to your pot of groundnut soup, because this soup can thicken up very fast. As you guys can see, yes, it can thicken up very, very fast. So yeah, and also I am cooking on medium to low heat. Groundnut soup can easily burn. You don't want to be cooking on high heat, at least for this method I'm showing you guys today. Okay. So at this point, I am okay with the consistency. So I am now going to introduce my seasoning, which is my salt, my no seasoning cube, my crayfish. I love crayfish a lot. And this is my pepper soup spices. This is the oziza seed and the calabash nutmeg. I blended it. And I am also going to add some dried cayenne pepper. Yes, blended actually. You want to have, some peppery taste in the soup. Okay, so yeah, I'll just give that a nice little stir. Okay, so after putting all the ingredients, of course I tasted for salt. That's what I'm doing here. The soup is yummy already, but then I added more water, just to allow it to cook for the next 5 minutes. I told you guys this soup can thicken up very fast, so yeah, you want to be adding that water just small. Okay, make sure you keep an eye on the soup, don't go too far. Okay, after about 5 minutes, I'll just stir it again. Now I am ready to introduce my meat, and this is the final stage of the cooking. So yeah, I added my dried prawn. I don't know about you guys, but that dried prawn, that thing has its own unique taste for this soup. And yeah, I added my meat. And does anybody throw their bone away? I know some people are going to be laughing. Oh my God, look at that bone. Look, if you throw your bone away, come and make friends with me so that we'll find a way for you to ship it over to me. I never ever throw my bone away, ever. Okay, it has its own job that it does in my soup. So at this point, which is the final stage, I'm going to introduce my uda. Yes, I didn't blend it with the other pepper soup spices. I just put it in like that. Yep. Try to, look out for it when you are eating your eba so that you don't eat it raw. Anyway, and I covered it again for just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Everything has already been fully cooked. And then at this stage I am going to introduce my vegetables. Now I want to say this: if you have saint leaf, the one they call unchuao in Igbo, this is the time to add it in. Okay, if you like, you can add oziza. If you live in Nigeria, you can use ugu, the wonderful ugu. Yeah, but spinach is what we have here, and that's what I'm using. So I put and you can use multiple vegetables. It doesn't just have to be one. And then I'll just, let that just cook. Right now I'm cooking on low heat. So I'll let that cook. And after that, we are ready to eat our iba. Where are all my Auchi, my Esako, my Agenebode and Fuga people in the house? If you are from any of these parts of Edo State that I just mentioned, I beg, raise up your hand in the comment section. Let me identify you. You guys, this soup came out so yummy. You can even see it from the color. The color is popping. I didn't have to add tomato or bell peppers to this soup. It is beautiful like that. And you guys, I don't even know. I don't want to talk more. Just go and buy groundnut and make your own today. From what you can see, are you not inspired? Yes guys, this is it. The soup is very delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it and eating it in my house. Make sure to share this video, subscribe if you have not, leave your comments down below, give this video a huge thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one with another gboza recipe. Okay, bye guys.